the meditation experience. We love to learn and we love to unlearn. And so we spend a lot of time talking about sacred text and teaching from sacred text. And that's all good, and we love doing that. However, there's something about knowing God within yourself, for yourself, that makes those texts come alive. And so we do the meditation experience because God is a felt reality. You can have all of the knowledge, and there are plenty of people with knowledge out there. But until you feel God alive within you, it is just information. Until you integrate this information, until you are walking and talking and allowing your heart to beat in the truth of this reality, it's just information. And so we come together every week to meditate, to go within, to align ourselves with the God of ourselves. And as PG said this morning, we live, move, and have our being in God. It's just like this image. We live, move, and swim in God. We live, move, and have our being in goodness. Many times, when we have our focus on the external world, it triggers the emotion and our body to respond in ways that stimulate fear. But when we remember that we live, move, and have our being in God, we also get to practice and know that our heart is beating in the peace of God. And so nothing that is happening out there has the ability to penetrate and change and alter this peace. Where is your focus of attention? Bring it back to the truth that my heart and your heart is beating in the peace of God. And as we begin to realize that, as we tune into that, everything else tunes out. As we begin to honor our beating heart and know that it is beating in the peace of God, calm comes over us. Answers are available to us. And a right direction, right action become easy for us. Our heart is not beating in problem. Our heart is beating in peace, in the peace of God. And so let's prepare to fill ourselves aligned with the truth of these words, to move beyond the knowledge into the experience. Let's go ahead and prepare ourselves. Bring your feet to the floor so that you are seated upright on a chair on your sofa. That the ears are aligned over the shoulders, shoulders over hips. You're not leaning too far forward or too far backward. And that from this place we plant the palms on the tops of the thighs. And before we go completely inward, we notice where we are. We let go of the moments that preceded. We worry not about the future, for we are safe right here and now. And from this place of truth and safety and ultimately peace, allow your eyelids to close. And that simple act of closing the eyelids is all the signal your body needs to go home. The simple act of closing the eyelids is all reality needs to remind you that your heart is beating in the peace of God. The simple act of closing the eyelids takes the focus off of the external and allows it to easily swim in the peace of God. For we do live, move, and have our being in God. From this place of awareness, let's bring our complete focus to the breath now. We make no judgment of the breath. We try not to alter the breath or make it be anywhere other than where it is right now. We just notice. Beautiful, everyone. And now we take the focus of our attention and our breath together into the low belly now. And we're going to breathe together for a count of 4 on the inhale, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then rest for 4. Together, inhale, hold for 4. Open the mouth and let it all go. Release the breath for 4. And rest in the peace of God. Again, in through the low belly, dropping the breath nice and deep. Maybe you've been breathing really high up on the chest, signaling that something is wrong. Drop that breath deep on the inhale. We're holding for 4. And without collapsing the body, we just release the breath and whatever we've been holding for 4. And swim in the peace. In through the low belly, now up through the rib cage. We get to expand the breath, taking it to the sides of the body. Hold for 4. And release, sigh it out. And rest. In through the low belly, allowing the breath to rise. We've expanded the sides, now the front and the back of the body. Hold for 4. And sigh it out. And as we hear the sound release, we release whatever is keeping us away from our peace. And rest. In through the low belly, up through the rib cage, now connecting low breath to mid breath to high breath. You realize how much room there is for breath in the body. Hold for 4. And sigh it out for 4. And rest. In through the low belly, up through the rib cage, now allowing the breath again to rise to the heart chakra, center of the chest, the place where healing and answers and peace reside. Hold it there. And releasing the tensions, releasing the story, releasing the hurt and the fear. Sigh it out. And rest. And now let's practice putting this all together and slowing the breath down even more. Inhaling through the nostrils, filling all the way up to the top, holding for 6, and then sighing it out through the nostrils and resting. Let's breathe in through the low belly all the way up through the top. And when you reach the top, close the lips. When you're ready, exhale through the nose, going at your pace, knowing that life moves at the speed of you, and that we are surrounded by the peace of God. Take a few rounds here. Last round. Beautiful, everyone. Now let's send all of this relaxation, all of this knowing, and all of this peace into our feet. Maybe you wiggle the toes or raise the heels. Stop the movement. Relax the feet. Allow that energy that is gathered underneath the soles of the feet to connect you to the earth beneath and to the divine feminine that supports it all. Let that energy flow up through the soles, across the ankles now. Go ahead and relax the ankles. Energy flows across the shins and the calves. Give yourself permission. Relax the shins and the calves. Energy flows across the knees. Relax the knees. Energy flows across the thighs, the glutes, the hamstrings. These large muscles carry a lot as we move through life. Go ahead. You are supported. Relax the thighs, the glutes, and the hamstrings now. And just settle in and let the lower half of your body just surrender and be supported. Energy flows from the base of the spine all the way up the spinal column. And each time we inhale, and we exhale, releasing the breath and the tension, and we allow the peace to flow. Again, inhaling up, exhaling through the nostrils and allowing peace to flow. And inhale up, exhale and allow. And the energy flows up. Exhale and allow. And as we cross that heart chakra, pause and notice the beating heart as we inhale, exhale and allow. That energy and that light and that healing wants to make its way up. Inhale, exhale, and allow. And up, and up, and out the crown of our heads. We are now an open channel for love, for peace, for answers, and for power to flow through. As the energy moves back down through the crown, across the third eye, down the throat, across the shoulders, we allow them to relax as they are comforted by our breath and by the peace of our beating heart. Down the arms, out the fingertips. And from this place of openness, scan your body one last time. And without judgment, just notice if there's any tension, any thoughts that have taken you and caused constriction in your body. Send the breath there, send love there. As we prepare for our silent time, remember to be kind to your wandering mind, for the mind is just doing what it does, and we have the ability to decide to be kind to it. We have the ability to decide to bring peace to our lives. We have the ability to decide to heal and to be open to all of God's goodness. You may turn the palms up to receive more, or turn the palms down to ground. I will monitor the time. You just enjoy the healing opportunity. You just enjoy that your heart continues to beat in the peace of God. My heart beats in the peace of God. Your heart beats in the peace of God. Our collective heart beats in the peace of God now. With our eyelids still closed, we remember that there is something powerful happening within us, something that often goes unnoticed, that our heart is beating. And as we've been affirming all month long, that heart is beating in the peace of God. With our eyelids still closed, we remember that each heartbeat brings us peace. Each breath is infused with the strength and the love and the answers of God. As we go forth this week, let our heartbeat remind us that we are always surrounded by the peace of God. If the palms are turned up, go ahead and turn them down. And let's gently begin to wake the body now. As we inhale, draw the shoulder blades up by the ears. And exhale, if you are able, releasing the shoulder blades back and down. This is a soft, gentle waking. Inhale, draw the shoulders up by the ears. Exhale as we release the shoulder blades back and down, creating more space for the heart. Inhale. Exhale as we release the shoulder blades back and down. And one more time, because it feels so good to be open and have our heart beating in the peace of God. Inhale up. Exhale, releasing the shoulder blades back and down. Bring the palms together at heart center and lightly touch the thumbs into the sternum, that little bony ridge right there at the center of the chest. As the thumbs make contact with the skin, the bone, and the beating heart, Bow your chin towards your fingertips and notice the opening all along the spinal column, all the way down. We notice the feet that are grounded. We notice the energy that is uplifted. And we notice the peace of God at the center of it all. Inhale, raise the chin, raise the gaze, release the breath, and maintain the peace. Namaste.